Hey y'all, Tyler from O.T.R Outdoors, and we're out in the woods today. Apologize for the wind noise if there is some. It's pretty windy. Weather's great right now. We're doing a little bushcraft survival outdoor class with my kids and my mother-in-law, who asked me to teach her some things. We went ahead and did shelters first, just because that's an easy one. You can always get in a shelter, stay warm, stay dry, and survive a night without a fire or anything else with your shelter done. So I have shelters up. They all got their shelters up. We're working on some fire prep right now. We're just going to show you a quick view of what we've got going on. And hopefully we're going to be doing some more of these videos soon with the kids and me. So this is what a camp looks like right now. All right, so my wife didn't want to practice the shelter building and fire today. She's actually pretty efficient at the fire building, so that's not a big deal. But she brought her hammock. She brought out a wool blanket, and as usual, I'm going to show you the art she did today. She almost always does art when we're out. So this is a wolf spider. We found it right as we pulled up. It was right next to the gator. So she's got her little art station set up, but there is her art for this video. Almost every video has art from her where she's with me. So from a distance, and the cool thing is the kids are using ponchos, so they actually blend pretty well. You have one here, and in the back you can kind of pick it out as a bigger green tarp. So walking up to camp, this is Maddie's. She had a little bit of help, not much. There is her shelter, just a standard military issue poncho. I like them for the girls because they're light. They double as rain gear that will cover them and their packs. And they're small. They're a little bit easier for them to handle. But we just did for her. She tied to her base 3 stakes in the corners. And then we did pull up the top to give her a little more headspace. Riley did the same thing. She did all of it by herself, with the exception of I had to show her the best way to toss that string up over that limb. We did the same thing. Hers is off a little bit. It's not quite as square simply because the way her trees sat. It was a great spot for her to get her shelter up. She did like I said, all of it by herself. And then my mother-in-law, this is her first time ever setting up a shelter. The girls have tried a few times. I did demo one. This is hers. She did the same thing Maddie did. So we have a single point where it's tied to the tree, and then she did stakes on the 3 corners, and then she went back and reinforced the stakes in the middle. I picked up this tarp for her when she said she wanted to learn this stuff. So I went through, and I think I've got it all saved. If y'all want a list of all the stuff for beginner bushcraft outdoor survival stuff, what I got her to get. I think I still have a list of all of it. So just a medium grade pack, and all the gear's budget friendly. Most of it's Walmart and Amazon, but it works good for learning. And then we have fire prep going. This is my mother-in-law's stuff. So we have our lead pencil, and then our large stuff. Maddie's working on her prep right now.
helping me with the thumb stuff.
Oh, well, that's awfully sweet of her.
She asked me if I wanted.
So this is our little base camp for the day where we're practicing and learning. The next thing we'll be doing is actually lighting the fires. Today we're going to use matches and lighters and cotton balls of Vaseline. Just learn. Big handful on top of the X, just gently lay it on there. Maddie, fire's gonna go out because you're not putting fuel on it. Okay, grab a handful and turn it the other way.
It's a bird's nest. Whoa. Does it have eggs in it? No, it's upside down.
So, Chris and Madison have both successfully by themselves gotten their fires together and going, and they are what we consider a fully self-sustained fire. Barring a major incident, those will not go out. Found a dragon tooth. If you followed my YouTube channel for any amount of time, probably 7 or 8 years ago, I did a video called Dragon Tooth Hunting, I think is what it's called. I'll link it in the description. This is a dragon tooth. If you're walking through the woods and you find something that looks like a giant tooth, and you're in an area that has lots of pine trees, this is a giant piece of fat wood from where the rest of the log or tree that has fallen has rotted away, leaving only fat wood. They're heavy. Like, this would be a great hammer, but I'm gonna split it in half here in a second. All right, so I went and found a nice dead log here to use as an anvil. I've got a crack in this thing. I'm gonna try and break it right on where that crack is, so I'm gonna get a nice, pretty even break. Try and get some of a straight line. There are some knots in it, so we'll see. Oh yeah, that's a great piece. It's not quite as full as I thought it would be, but it's running through all the veins for sure. We got some really good red coloration. That amber color there. This is all fat wood all through the whole thing. All right, y'all, so I was editing video and realized I did not make an outro for this video. So we were doing, just like I said, some basic bushcrafting stuff. We built a shelter, built a fire, hung out in the woods. Those two simple skills of a shelter and a fire are great for anyone to know. The kids are really becoming quite proficient at both of those skills. And if you go back through some old videos, I'll link a playlist in the description of some other options for shelter and several different man-made materials to start your fire with, if you're interested in that. And like I said in the video earlier, if you're interested in the gear and equipment that I got my mother-in-law to purchase when she wanted to start learning this stuff, I'm pretty sure I have all of that, and I will send it to you or put it in the description if somebody wants that. So remember, there's always a storm coming. Keep your powder dry, your action knife sharp, and eye on your back trail. We'll see y'all next time.